My name is Jim Estes, and today I'm going to talk about a drill that I think is extremely important for the swing plane. So what I want you to do is, and this, by the way, is going to give you an instant understanding of exactly the feeling you want to have in the golf swing. Take a club. You can put a rod, alignment rod, in the grip, or I'm sorry, in the butt end of the golf club. Take the golf club, turn it like you're going to hold it, and then what I want you to do is take that club, put it right against your left hip, so you're holding both clubs here. Now you've got an alignment rod on the ground and a golf ball, and what I want you to do, getting into your good posture position, your weight over the arches, feel balanced. The insides of the heels are going to be about the width of your hips. Take a swing back, slow motion, and trace with that alignment rod the target line all the way up. The shaft should be parallel to your target line at the top, and then slowly coming down, trace the line. And do this in slow motion. Right into the impact position. So this is a great feedback tool, visual feedback tool for learning the proper swing plane. Go right to your impact position. I encourage you to do this drill in slow motion, and if you have 5 minutes a day, if you do this drill every day, I guarantee you're going to improve your golf swing. So again, I think you'll find this to be extremely helpful. JimEstesGolf.com if you have any questions. I'd like to see a little more side bend, a little more tilt, just a fraction more in your shoulders. I'd like to see this a little bit more. I'd like to see maybe instead of 10 degrees, just a little more lift in your left shoulder, a little more tilt. I don't think you're enough behind the ball. You hit the ball kind of low. Your head, what I'd like to see is let your head move a little and get a little movement to the right on the ball. Just a little. Doesn't have to be much. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. It's the LPGA player. Watch. See how her head moves a little to the right there? No, just a little bit laterally, and then, if I just put a dot on her nose, or close to it, you'll see that there is some shift off the ball with her. Now, her lower body is very stable. I'm not saying do that. I don't want the lower body shift. The knees should be braced. You can see her knees are very braced, but the head does move a little to the right. All right, now in your swing that doesn't really happen. You keep your head remarkably still, but if anything it sort of drifts to the left. Watch how your head is actually going to go this way a little bit. Right as you get to the top. So you're actually up a little and leaning a little to the target side. So I just want to get a little more behind it. That's it. So one drill you can do is just put a club right in between your feet. And you can do this at your house, right in your mirror, bathroom mirror. Cross your arms, turn your left shoulder behind that club, and let your head move. Put your arms across your hands on your shoulders. There you go. Tighter in there, and then just turn. Just let that left shoulder get behind the ball. I think you can. And so right here, Alan, you're actually moving your head in front of the ball. Your head's in front of the ball there. In front of where it started. I shouldn't say in front of the ball, but in front of where it started. You started here. Let me just take some stuff out. So the net effect is not, you don't move in front of it, but you also, I just think there should be a little bit of shift off the ball in the backswing. Not with your hips, but just the upper body gets behind it better. You'll hit it farther and hit it higher. Now, from the face down the line view, let's do it. I want you to feel like your weight is underneath the arches of your feet. So pretty much, I like to see, I think you're doing pretty well here. The top of the knees are over the balls of the feet.
Yep.
Yeah, or the center of the shoelaces. The top of the spine and the tip of the elbow are almost in line there. You're a little bit, maybe you're reaching a fraction, but I wouldn't say that. I like your setup. It just maybe a little touch of weight on your heels. It looks like to me you have a little weight on your heels, and I can check that more. The takeaway is a problem.
Yeah, I'm still doing that. Oh, it's inside stuff.
So when you go in, you're going to go up and over.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's what I said, yeah.
So we're going to change that. I think it's going to be a different takeaway that will help you a bunch. And all you got to do is keep this left wrist angle. But think of a cast. You know, so
yeah,
your wrist is going to have a little bit of bend in it, and you're going to maintain your hand position. So the club head should stay, if you take it back, the butt of the club should stay pretty close to your body, but the end of the club should still point towards your body. You notice how she's doing that there. That butt of that club still pointing in. Right. So let me show you another person. Let me find Charlie Hoffman. He's built like you. He's got a short arm, short legs, short guy. Not super short, but definitely got. Now there's a pretty good posture. He's probably got a little bit less knee flex. I think I love this idea to get in posture. I think it's a simple one. Slide your hands down your thighs as you push your hips back until you reach the top of your knees. And then bring your hands together. So he's going to take the club head stays outside the hands. Now the quickest way to learn this is stick a alignment stick in the ground and measure off the angle of the shaft when you address the ball and try to make them similar. You might want the shaft on the alignment stick should be slightly higher, maybe just fractionally. Right. And then when you take the club away, just slide that club head right to the outside of the alignment stick and just practice taking it back. You can do that anywhere. Then there's
so put the alignment stick on the inside where my hands are going now almost. And then
I'll show it to you. So you just stick it. What you'll do is you'll measure off the length. If the ball was out there, you measure off one club length. Yeah. That direction.
Yeah. I got it. I understand the second principle. Yeah. So then this way I should, but it should be almost be where my hands are right now. If this way I'll hit it. If I do make a mistake. Right. It should be outside of it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So the club head would be up to the outside of the stick.
Got it. Yep.
So you're actually practicing keeping the club head outside your hand.
Towards me,
right. So essentially, look, if I did nothing with my hands, right? Yeah. Let's just assume my hands are in a cast.
Yeah.
And I turn back. Look where the club is.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you Jackie Burke told me this. He said, I was at Champions in Houston, and I was with Hal Sutton, and he said, look, if you use your hands, you're going to use your hands.
Yeah.
If you use your hands in the backswing on the takeaway, you're going to have to use them in your swing, and that's just a recipe for timing and disaster. You better hit a lot of balls.
Yes. Okay.
So keeping your hands passive on the takeaway is a big deal.
Okay. Got it.
And then, from that point, your club's in a pretty good position at the top, but it could be a lot better. It could be a little bit more. For me, now, I would like it. You see where his club is?
Yeah.
I'd like to see your left arm, Alan, more across your chest, not up here. See how his left arm is sort of right across his right shoulder? So it's a little bit lower.
Yeah. No, would that affect? If I do it? If I'm going out the right way, will that impact it or no?
I just want you to pin the arm against the chest and now keep your hands and the left arm lower.
That's where the position is. I'm up here.
Yep. And that'll help you come from the inside better on the downswing. See, think about it like this. Your line of force if I put your hands here, your line of force is going to be shallow. But if your hands are closer to your head and we just go in a straight line, that's a much steeper line of force. In other words, if you're here, you're going there.
Right, coming down.
If you're here, you're going there.
Right.
It's a straight line of force.
Got it.
But from this position, you're coming from inside the ball in a shallower plane angle.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I understand.
Yeah. See, if I draw a line from the top of from his grip end to the ball, see how that club lines up perfectly there when it's parallel to the ground?
Mm-hmm.
So, if we do that same thing here, I would love to be of your hands back there.
Mm-hmm.
See how much steeper you are there?
Yeah.
His club's never going to get near that yellow line. So when he starts down, that club's dropping down parallel to that line, right?
Yeah.
Well, that would be ideal. So the shaft essentially, Alan, would be more like that coming in. See how it's below his shoulder?
Right. So is that
Yours
a turn?
is just a little steep.
So is that so? Because is that the effect of a turn? Is that
No,
how you do
all it is, it's just you lifting, because you go in and lift, and then
Right.
you're steep coming down.
Okay.
But if you go back straight and then pull your left arm in across your chest, it's going to feel flatter at the top. Then your line is going to be more from the inside.
Got it.
That's just too steep coming in.
Yeah, I see it. I see what you're saying.
That's why all those shots you were pulling and hitting on the heel.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's just think of that. Think of Jason Duffner. He makes that flat backswing on his. He does practice swings doing that. That's what I want you to feel. That left arm sort of pinned against your chest.